Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Greatly Grant channel. In this channel, we are talking about the UAG grant updates and information, and also we are also going to be updating you on the Theobarth and IMF and other grant informations. If you are new on this channel, consider subscribing so that when next we publish our next video, you will be kindly notified. Thank you once again for having me on Greatly channel. Bye for now.
We thank the Lord for everything. This message this morning actually it came from Chief Admin Andy Bright, and is an expanded one on the current phase of grant disbursement as presented by Chief Admin Andy Bright just yesterday night. I'm going to get that across to us and hear what he says and what he is asserting. Could this be true? Could this be real? Could this be the path of the old layers of what we had in the past month that is peeling to this current month? We want to x-ray what he said concerning disbursement and transfer of funds to the grant handlers. Is this a lie? Is this true? Is this part of what major breakthrough that Pastor Donald Obasio Corey mentioned, that on the July 28th something monumental took place? Just let us listen to what he said. Please follow me. This is Prince's Seed, and in case you are new, do subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on vital updates. Good evening, my honorable comrade and all esteemed beneficiaries who have walked this long journey of faith. I sincerely apologize for only coming online now. It's been a full day of offline engagements that required my undivided attention. But as always, I would never allow the night to pass without updating the family with what we know, what is happening, and what to expect. Now, let me share with emphasis and clarity what I previously shared in my reference response. A response that till this moment remains valid and even more confirmed as events have continued to unfold. Now, he said further, it is important that we all understand the gravity and depth of this movement we're part of. For months, our hopes have been stretched. Our patience have been tested, but behind the scenes, a great deal of progress was being made. Now we are stepping into the fulfillment stage. The reality is beginning to manifest, and it's no longer just talks. Let me take us back briefly. This is the cream of the crop right now. It said in May 2025, a monumental financial event occurred. The Central Bank of Nigeria, which is the CBN, after completing rigorous vetting and validation, executed the transfer of actual grant funds into the official bank accounts of all approved grant handlers. That's where I pause a little to ask, is this true? Is this a lie? Is this part of what we are expecting, or is one of those things we've had in time? Now, it further says it was a real financial transaction confirmed and documented. Maybe I should take that again. The central bank, after completing rigorous vetting and validation, executed the transfer of actual grant funds into the official bank accounts of all approved grant handlers. This was not a speculation, it was a real financial transaction, according to him. He said this action marked a significant turning point. The financial backing was not pending anymore. it had been activated. The authorities have moved from approval to execution, and that's how far the process had matured by May. Further to that, now after the funds had been fully credited to the various grant handlers, what was left was the internal reconciliation agreements and procedural signings between those authorities, including the CBN, the legal monitors, the compliance auditors, and the ministry affiliates, and the individual grant handlers. This stage was also completed in early July, thereby giving the full legal and operational green light for the money to finally move to the end beneficiaries, which includes you and me, the masses. All right, then a little over 2 weeks ago, something even more decisive happened. The CBN released the official disbursement codes to the grant handlers. Without these codes, no disbursement could legally or technically begin. But once the codes were issued, it meant that cash distribution could commence directly to beneficiaries based on the handler's internal database and confirmation structures. See, now let us come to the most recent and most critical part of this whole message: the actual commencement of disbursement to real individuals like you. He said this began on Monday, 28th of July 2025. Now let me just pause a little bit. Before I pause, let me complete this sentence. He said this began on Monday, 28th of July 2025, and yes, I repeat, the disbursement of grants has finally started in phases. Now this morning, I think it was Honorable Chinyere, or what's the name again? Chinyere or something, that dropped a message just this early morning. He said that some people are peddling a message that disbursement has started officially, but that's not true. That's a lie or something like that. That there's no way it's going to start, that people will not know. Now, I guess maybe it's referring to this, because this is the first time I'm hearing this, and this message dropped yesterday from Andy Bright. So I believe that if disbursement would start, I think Apostle Ken would also say one or two things. We've just had a lot of things within this ecosystem. Initially, some people say that I think it was Ngozi Israel that said it is not his business to announce when disbursement will start, that he has his own NGO that he can announce to, but on a global standard, when it comes to the pioneer and the stakeholders, that it doesn't really concern Apostle Ken. He might not be able to make publications or national broadcasts for that, because it comes directly from the government. But with all things said and done, she was still the one that proposed July 28th as the actual date that disbursement was set to be commenced, fixed by the IMF themselves, but it failed. It came and it has gone. Where is that assertion? So I'm beginning to think widely that I think the disbursement is going to be preceded with a broadcast from the country director, because we just need to know. We need to know what is going on, and if what's the name again? If Andy Bright comes out now to say that disbursement started officially on July 28th last month, and it will get to your turn, and there is no broadcast, there is nothing. What is happening? What is going on? All right, I'm going to do my part up afterwards, but let me continue with his submission. See, but note this very carefully, that disbursement rollout is not random or unstructured. It is being carried out in phases and stages. with respect to the classification and categories of subscribers under different grant handlers. For those who subscribed under the government NGO, which in this context refers to the CBN aligned and directly supervised NGO channel, the disbursement kicked off this Monday. This group constitutes what we call the pioneer categories. Now, here's a deeper breakdown of this pioneer category. They said it is divided into 3 levels: level A, B, and C. Level A beneficiaries were the very first to start receiving alerts and transaction notifications earlier this week. And as we move into Thursday and Friday, 31st of July and 1st of August, level B and C categories began entering the active disbursement cycle. And this would continue through the weekend and into next week. Therefore, if you are a subscriber under the government NGO channel, especially if you fall under the level B or C, be fully expectant. Your turn is upon you. The banking systems and notification queues are rolling out in segments, and any moment from now, you may be the one with a life-changing alert. Now, let us speak to the next major segment of beneficiaries, those who subscribed under the UAAG and other approved grant handlers. He said, please note, your own disbursement turn is immediately next, and according to the timetable provided and monitored by CBN and legal observers, this would begin after the current government NGO cycle concludes, which is on or before the end of next week. So, for the sake of clarity, now let's pieces everything that it says. It said funds have been transferred into the accounts of the grant handler since May. Then it said all documentation, agreements, and clearances were completed in early July. Then he said disbursement codes were released in mid-July. Then he said actual disbursement commenced on Monday, 28th of July 2025. That was last month. Then he said current disbursement is for government NGO beneficiaries, which are the pioneer levels A, B, and C. Then he said UAAG and other handler disbursement are set to commence right after, likely before next week ends. All right. There were other things that he said, but I don't know whether I should just take them here. Okay, let me just write up this. Say to the banking institutions, no, say to the masses who may still be waiting, hold on to your hope. Do not give up hope now. You've come too far, you've cried too long and sacrificed too much. You have made to let go now. Your name is in the system. Your turn is near. Your alert will come. Then to our stakeholders and handler representatives,